Hi, everyone.
I'd love to see so many people here. We had an incredible 3 days. I've seen a lot of people working super, super hard. So I'm really excited that all of you are here. You put so much effort into these projects. I got to see a few of the projects, so I know everybody worked really hard and built some pretty cool stuff. So let me explain to you how this is going to go. Right now, we have the top 5 finalist teams. We're gonna call them in no specific order. If by any chance one of the teams is not here, unfortunately, we're gonna have to move to the next one in the line. So if I call your name, please approach this side of the stage with your computer. So everybody take out a computer, prepare a presentation, because if you're one of the 5 teams, you're about to come pitch for the judges. They're gonna ask a couple of questions. We're gonna make a very short 5-minute break after everybody has had the chance to present. And then we're gonna come back and announce all the winners. So everybody's ready? So again, in no specific order, the top 5 teams are the following. Farmipol, Mario Merlano, Accessibility Advocate AI, Comp Llama, Llama Navigator, and Llama Goats. So everybody, please, a round of applause for these 5 teams. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat them once more. Let me know if you're here. Farmipol, is Farmipol here? Mario, sorry? Yeah, you can.
There's no escape.
Yeah, there's no escape. You should be happy that this is the type of problems. I want to go last in the winners. Mario Merlano, I see it's right here. Accessibility Advocate AI, are they here? Okay, please. With computer and presentation. Awesome. Comp Llama is here? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. Llama Navigator, great to see you. Llama Goats, please to this side. So now, without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Mario Merlano.
I have HDMI. This is so improvised. All right, can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How much is worth your security? How much confidence we put in all these devices? I think we put our life, right? So, what is this? Why Llama hack, right? Why this is so strange, right? Why not? Well, why? We know that every day we suffer thousands of hacks. We receive millions of damage. We get exposed all our data. And what we can do about it? Well, more hacking. That's the key. But where's the problem? I'm a cybersecurity specialist, and yeah, I work this to secure the companies. But the problem is you have so much friction. You have thousands of tools that makes a lot of things, but you have to remember every command. You have to remember all the flags. You have to review always your documentation. And this is very annoying. So this is the problem. What's the solution? What if I told you that you can hack whatever you want just by thinking what you want? No more commands. Just decide. It just lets Llama decide for that. And that's my solution. It is like, because when you hack something, you have to think, all right, you think in your mind, but you have to translate everything to code, to commands. So that's why I come up with this idea. So that's it. I should go.
Please, everybody. So now the judges, if you have any questions, please, the mic's in front of you.
We do a demo?
Yeah.
I have a demo, yeah.
Live demo, always exciting.
Yeah, risky.
Oh, we're doing demo first. Or do you think the mic's live?
You want to have
Got it.
intention.
Yeah. And also the lights on, so I'm not sure whether we're actually being broadcast now to the stream.
So
Don't think it's any-
here. So I just built this under 2 days, so it is command. It is no front end. What? Well, let's see. So execute the program. The first thing that we do is specify the target. We can put an IP or a domain. After, you just told what you're thinking, what you should do after, but with your own words. For example, we can do this, and boom, that's it. That was fast, right? And I didn't have to think about all these flags like -st, -p22, whatever. Let's try again. So right now, let's do another port scanning, but different ports. Boom, there we have it. And we can use this tool for all the pen testing tools we have available. So this is so powerful. Let's keep going. Yeah, it failed because you acquired root privilege. That was on purpose, just to test how secure is the algorithm. Because you are giving just the control to the machine, right? So you gotta be secure. So let's keep going. One more time. We are more specific, uses protocols TCP. And boom, there you have it. It's done.
All right. Thank you for presenting that. Couple of questions. Are you using Llama straightforward, like on Together or any other inferencing provider? or are you fine-tuning it? Are you using any RAG, looking up documentation? How are you teaching Llama these new commands, or, I mean, these commands basically?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm using Llama and with Llama provider, and so it will be easier. But it is Llama, just pure, and I specify specifically what I want. I just tell Llama, hey, listen, I just want my command. I don't want to explain. I don't want anything. I just want my command, and double check, and after that. But this also works with other tools too. So, for example, because this is very short time, so I just limited to 2 tools. For example, the other tool that is called GoBuster, it is for fuzzing, like trying different domains, whatever, and it also works. So it just asks for Llama, hey, give me guess what is the right dictionary to use. So I search and I use it. And what is the other question? Sorry.
No, that's it. Just trying to understand how you're using Llama there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So if you had a little bit more time, let's say the next 5 days, 7 days, what would you add immediately? Like, because you probably already thought what are the next steps, right? So what is the next immediate step to take it to the next level?
Well, this is an open source tool. I already released it. So everybody can see it, everybody can contribute, everybody can find me if you want, search, I don't know, maybe some features, whatever to improve. So it is open source and have a license Apache. And the next step is to amplify this to the rest of the tools. Because right now, the prompts are specifically for Nmap, this is for scanning, and also for GoBuster. But it is just about prompts. It is like, there are 1,000. So I need people that contribute with me just to teach this Llama model to each tool. So yeah, I think that, and I think if we do that, that would be crazy, because this is hacking frictionless, right? This is so powerful and scary at the same time, right? But it is like a knife. You can use it for cut a pizza or whatever, right? So I think we should take more care about this. Security is a big concern. Everybody is building about AI. Nobody cares about the data. And we need to take care of that. So I'm very, well, I love cybersecurity, and I will put all my effort on this. So.
Any last question from the judges? Okay, thank you. Everybody, one more time, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was cool. Just a reminder for the people that are not standing that we still have some other prizes, so don't be disappointed yet. Okay, one more theme. The next theme that we're gonna have is Accessibility Advocate AI. So please, everybody, welcome to the stage.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia.
I'm Kamin.
I'm Ari, and we also have Kiran, Kushal, and Ray, who regretfully aren't here any longer.
And we are Accessibility Advocate AI. Accessibility Advocate AI is a conversational AI for hearing loss teens to self-advocate and navigate their everyday accessibility barriers. You may not know this, but there are millions of hearing loss teens globally, and 20% of American teens have some form of hearing loss. Based off of my personal experience having a rare form of hearing loss and the research I've done, I've learned that we live in a hearing-centered world, and there is no full cure to hearing loss. And there are scattered accessibility solutions for hearing loss teens, leaving them to struggle with accessing their education, the equal employment opportunities, and having increased mental health challenges because of these issues. That is why we're creating a mobile application for conversational AI deaf advocate to assist a hearing loss teen navigating their everyday accessibility barriers. This allows teens to be empowered to confidently self-advocate, a skill that enables them to access equal opportunities, and provides a pathway for them to get their needs met now because they can't wait. This allows them to also unleash their potential, having equal access to opportunities. We start by having an onboarding form, having basic information about the hearing loss teen. After that, the AI has an interview within the chatbot where it's integrated and trained on personalized data in addition to expert resources. After that, the hearing loss teen is able to add other roles that they currently rely on in their support network, like teachers, parents, and deaf advocates. Next, they're able to use the accessibility chatbot to help overcome every single one of their daily challenges that they encounter. These are the resources that we used in this project. Here is a brief demo of what our project looks like, taking the intake form, and then asking the chatbot specific questions about their needs in real time. Okay, there we go. Our next steps include helping teens better navigate local services they're entitled to, empowering them to learn self-advocacy and hone that skill, and teaching them how to utilize the services available to them to the best possible. Here's our team. Thank you.
I guess I have a short demo.
Short demo. Good.
I apologize. I think in the final stage, we have some breaking change. So this is a chat we see in the UI. So basically, for example, we say, okay, I have a hard time catching up to school. How can I help? And also we have context, and basically we kind of try to this is getting information. And there's a one breaking change. I guess I can probably show in the prompt here is so we also have this is kind of more rag based, and we also have we curate a list of let's say helpful local services or programs in a database, and the basically user can just ask question let's say I think the answer is for example, show me some program near me, Bay Area, and they show complete information. So basically this will convert that into a SQL query and find the database. And actually for this one, we tried both 3.2 3B and 3.1 4.5B. Actually 3.2 3B doesn't work for this use case, actually, unfortunately. And also there's another use case we want to build. I don't think there's time. We want to provide maybe psychological mental support, and I think this will be good use case for a fine-tuned chat model. Basically, you can talk, okay, I'm down today, and what can I do? So basically, that's what we want to build maybe for next time, I guess. Yeah, thank you.
We welcome any questions at this time.
No, go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, such a great presentation. Thank you guys so much. I had kind of 3 questions. Question 1 is, I hear a lot about the teen aspect. I wanted to better understand, do you think or is there a vision for it to be scaled beyond teens? Because it seems like that's more than just a teen pervasive problem. That's the first question. So I'll stop there and then I'll get to my others.
Yeah, really good question, and we think about that a lot. We're starting with hearing loss teens because that's what I know and understand best. And I have a rare form of hearing loss, and that made me have a lot of barriers to accessing my education prior to college, so much so that I had to navigate 5 high schools just in order to do so. And I don't have even that severe form of hearing loss. And so we're starting because of that reason with this user, end user, and also because if these teens don't get access to fundamental things like their education at this age, then that greatly impacts the rest of their career. And also, most services are geared towards the elderly and not teens, which there is clearly a need for. But the great thing about this solution is it's, to your point, highly generalizable to other ages in this community, other disabilities, and even other minorities. So we are thinking in that direction.
Awesome. I have 2 more questions, and I think they're interrelated enough that I think they can be combined. You talked about personalized data during the process. I'd love to better understand what you mean by personalized data. And then the last question is around, I see the interface of the intake form, but I'd love to understand if you're thinking about the long-term vision as also providing, because I think we're talking a lot about hearing loss teens, translation of verbal input into text. And so I'd love to understand if the team has been thinking about that. So personalized data and then the things beyond the intake form.
Yeah, thanks for asking. One thing that I'm particularly excited about with this product is after the initial intake form, that's when there's an AI interview process. So the AI interviews the teen and asks the teen lots of insightful questions in order to get a deep understanding of the circumstances that they face, their needs, who their support system is, how they interact with each of the people in their support system, what's missing within their support system, what additional resources they can access. And by asking lots of questions, it is able to provide better responses. So every time the teen uses the app, they come in with a particular circumstance, and then the app is better able to respond. Like, for example, hi, I'm really overwhelmed today. I don't know what to do right now. Who do I even speak to? And the teenager, the AI will say, oh, look, well, there's this particular person that you normally go to for emotional support. If they're not available, then maybe you can go to speak to this person instead. So that's one particular thing. Now, to your second question, can you just remind me what it is?
Yeah, my question was around I saw the intake form and that was the demo, but I wanted to better understand because we are talking about hearing loss teens, and one of the things that was one of the themes was multimodality. So I wanted to understand if there was a potential plan to take verbal or audio inputs and translate them into text so that the teen could read what they would be hearing.
Yeah, actually, that's a question I can answer. So yes, we are eventually thinking about including those different modalities, but the reason why we're starting with text-to-text is because that is actually the most accessible format for English-speaking people with hearing loss. I have personally even been a part of a grant program only with deaf people through the top 2 deaf universities, Gallaudet and RIT. And through those Zoom meetings where we're talking about customer discovery, we communicated almost entirely through the chat bot, the text bot in Zoom. And so, yeah, that's exactly why we do it. And then to add on about your last question, is what we've learned in doing research about this is these teens need a combination of the most expert data and resources that's out there and the most personalized solutions, because every teen's in a unique scenario and they need their needs met to the best of their ability so that they can access equal opportunities.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Does anyone else have questions? No?
I think very quick question. So I see the ideal use case for this as a critical intervention method. So basically an immediate flagging system that connects to the school board or the local municipality that manages the students' data, right? So will you go on and kind of try to get one of the school districts or one of the schools to do a sweep? Because this is like a filtering tool, right? You do a sweep across 400 students. Yeah, you ask all of them to go through this process, and I'm sure that the schools have no idea even who has this issue. Like most of the schools will not know because they don't care to ask, right? Like, do you guys see that as the natural next step, to go to one of the school districts or the schools and ask them to do a sieve?
That's a really good question, and that's one way that we could go forward, is kind of going through these larger systems where most of the hearing loss teens are. Education is probably the most important, and so, yeah, you're completely right that this is an invisible disability, and so that if you can't see it and if you don't know about it, then you can't treat it and support it, and so in that way it can be very effective and helpful. And maybe if there's a teen that is not is maybe a little bit embarrassed about sharing the fact that they have hearing loss. I mean, teenage years, it's not, uncommon, but yeah, to answer your question, that's one way we could go about this, and have been thinking about that a lot.
Great.
I'll just add to that the fact that this whole application is meant to help improve the relationships between the teenager and everyone in their support system. So the goal is to have the support system be able to help the teenager get through to whether it's educational resources or otherwise in other organizations.
Great.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a pretty cool project. I think my favorite part is that it comes from people that really understand the problem. So I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed that one presentation. Just remind you that we still have some prizes to announce, so don't leave yet. And one last thing, because I kind of lied to you earlier, because I don't know how to count, so we won't have 5 top teams, we will have 6 top teams. So, yeah.
I wonder about that.
I wrote down.
Now, please welcome to the stage, Llama.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Sergio. So we are Llama and we are decrypting building permits with AI. So let's see what we're tackling. First of all, in the last 10 years, the cost of building has increased by up to 100%. And this is due to complex and intransparent building codes. And due to varying regulations per region and constantly changing rules. As you can see on the right side, this is San Jose, which has 88 subchapters. And this is just one of the cities, and they differ between not only between every state, but also between every single city. And the non-compliance leads to not receiving a permit for construction, or maybe even to have to rebuild the entire construction. Now, this is ranging for increasing the height, for instance, for your shed that you built, or in the case of Berlin Airport, it costed them more than $1 billion because of regulation issues. Well, we're here because we're tackling this challenge, and I'm gonna jump directly into demo to show you what we have built. So this is how we load the data. So we parsed, we have 2 data sources right now. We send the data and we use Restack. So here you can see less than 1 second ago, there was an update, and then we store the data in the vector database. And now, let's go to the application. Here you can select, let's say, Texas, and then you select the city. And now you can ask a question regarding the regulation. In this case, let's say, tell me regulations about building a shed. Now, what we're doing is we are retrieving the informations from our data sources, and we come up with a response. In this case, there's something to take care about the permits, zoning, size and height, setbacks, and so on. But what's really interesting is for companies when they want to build in different cities. So they have, let's say, a plan, and then they want to do the same house in a different city. They might not even be able to do it. And then what they want to see is they want to see what's the cost of impact for me to go and build in that city compared to building in another city. So yeah, in this way, they can compare the two and yeah, help them to take decisions much, much faster. Oops. Now let's go back, and I would like to talk about the impact that we are bringing to the world. And I think it's already quite big for what we came up with right now. So we are impacting environment, the social aspects, as well as the government. And we do this by reducing emission from people reconstructing. And we help people to be able to apply best practices and to construct environmentally friendly. We reduce the housing pricing because it's much easier to construct. And there's higher probability of people getting their money back from their insurances because they are compliant to the regulation. Now, regarding the government, we reduce the workload for governance. We lower the necessary service because everything is much more transparent. And the big goal and vision will be to digitalize the process of getting a permit. Now, how we build this? We used Restack for the workflows, for being able to take this data and put it into the vector database in a parallel manner. Then what we are doing is we're using Llama index in order to chunk all the data that we have and in order to embed the data. Then it gets stored. It gets stored into the vector database in ChromaDB. And here we chose to work afterwards for the retrieval inference to work with Llama stack. Why? Because of the different building blocks. It's so easy to use. And we also really like the safety aspect because, of course, you don't want to give your compliance or maybe non-compliance data to to everyone is worth. And then we used Together AI. We were comparing Together with Hugging Face, but we figured out it works really well with Llama Stack. It was quite easy to integrate together. So this is how we built this application. This is our team. And thank you very much for your attention. Let's make building accessible for everyone. For everyone.
I have a quick question for you. I'm super excited to see the different variety of cities that you have already in the tool. What is the process for adding additional cities? Is that like a small or a large lift?
So it depends which data you take. There's a website, it's called Municode, and there you can take the data for all the cities. Then now this is the big challenge. Every city also has a really shitty website somewhere where they add some additional, let's call them footnotes. So that's a bit more challenging. But yeah, we started with the easy part.
Yeah, so I'm super impressed that you choose to do a hackathon with like 2 technologies you didn't know before and ship something that looks really cool. My question is, so do you guys want to make like, what's the next step for you? Like, do you want to make a startup out of this? Like, is that something you discovered before the weekend or this happened during the weekend?
Yes. So, well, we actually came here to make a startup, but then we didn't continue, long story. We didn't think exactly about this. We may consider applying to one of the grants because I think this is a huge problem, especially here. So, yeah, and as I said, the vision can be really, really large, going even to automated permits. And I think, especially in those kind of law insurance topics, a technology like LLM technology is really crucial. And yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I think there is so much of scope here when you start thinking about the vision models and how you can generate the permits, make decisions for you. And I think one other thing as a thought, HOA is one of the regulations that is quite complex and complicated. Your city might permit, but your HOA might not permit. So that would be like another source of data you might want to consider as a part of integrating into the product, so that you get a comprehensive view of all of those things in one place.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the beginning, I also talked with some people here, I think the beginning would be to use our own energy to scrape as much as possible. But the final goal should actually be to bring, to create a platform that helps the governments to easily manage this kind of information, because then you can really be 100% sure that what you're telling to the people is the right thing.
As a very quick plug, everyone should apply for the Llama Impact Grants, so please do that.
Yes.
Final question. So, just final question. So it looks like, did you guys know each other before the hack?
Yes, we knew each other except Robert.
Okay. So how was it? Because it looks pretty polished, right? So just a quick question. You guys look very tired.
Yes.
How many hours did you sleep?
I don't know. I mean, even when I slept, I was thinking. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, team and Robert. Pretty nice project. Also, few colorful language, but it's all part of the hackathon experience. And talking about that, demos have been going very well. I'm personally gonna be disappointed if there's not like a demo flaky. It feels like it's part of like real life presenting. But yeah, so let's move on to our next team. So please, everybody, give a round of applause for Llama Goats.
So, hello everyone. My name is Parth, and these are my teammates Yugandhar and Atharva. And our topic is our project is Git Llama. So, what we have basically done is every one of us are probably like most of us here are engineers, or almost most of us like to code, and the most basic thing probably we work on is to collaborate on projects, and GitHub is the most common tool we use for it. But sometimes projects tend to get messy. Those are like really complex. The code bases are like really big. So we decided to integrate AI with this. So this is what our base, like the front page looks like. So we just have to put the URL of the GitHub repo as the input and hit submit. And what this does is it sends a query to the backend, and we collect all the metadata, we chunk it, and then we also sorry. Okay. And then we also, oh, I'm so sorry.
So while he actually connects to it, I'll continue. So basically what's happening in the back end is basically it's fetching out all the metadata from the GitHub repository that we have actually included. And then it's basically putting all it, vectorizing it, and putting it on the vector store that we are using for the Pinecone. So we actually have the metadata pre-processed in a JSON format where we actually have all the commits, all the patch files that be included into it, it's commit messages and everything. And here we actually, as you can see, is we have 3 branches. So every branch, every commit that has been done on this branch can be seen in a graphical manner. The cool thing about this AI chatbot is basically if you click on any of these commits, you will actually get a summary for the whole commit. And also we have included the previous commits related to that as well, which will actually give you more information about what this commit was, what was the history of the commits, and what all information that what all files were changed in that commits as well. And also we have the messaging application as well, where you can actually ask some customized questions as well, like if you want to know about any functionality that's been used as an issue and was being fixed by one of this issue or one of the comments, right? So you can ask it, and you can see who the author was and what was the changes that he did, and you can actually get into that to know how the code was evolved around the time, and how you can actually use this knowledge to actually go forward to have the solution for it. Also, the third feature that we have is the repo summary, which will actually give you the whole summary for the repository. It will consist of all the commits summary and everything. And it will actually talk about the issues that we have. So like there were some issues that were resolved or still open. It will talk about that, and it will try to give out some technical implementation or solution on how you can actually implement the solution for the issues, as it has already the whole metadata for the repository. So that's one of the things. And now as you can see, this summary that's been generated, it actually gives you a more detailed explanation on how your code was done, is it actually following some standards, the pattern of the development progress, and it goes more deeper into it. And it also talks about some potential challenges that it sees, which is actually not following the coding practices, which is actually better for a new coder who's actually trying to implement an open source project. He doesn't know what's happening, right? So he or she can actually use it to get the issues and solve it.
Yeah, just wanted to tell one more thing. So actually, we are students from Santa Clara University, and we like often go to many of the networking events. And in one of the events, a person told us that whenever they like hire some people in their companies, or if someone is like a new employee and then they are given to work on a new code base, like they mentioned that how they get constant pings on their Slack regarding like, okay, what is happening here, or what was developed here, and something like that. So we just wanted to build something that can actually solve this problem and can serve as an internal tool for almost all big product companies, even like startups as well. And lastly, we would just want to dedicate this to all the fellow coders here and all the engineers.
So I don't know if you use the saying that only God and He knows what's in there. This is that's right. So is this systemized in an output, meaning that after you make the query, what happens with the dump from the query? Like, does this fulfill additional requirements? Let's say, gives suggestions what should be fixed, how to create documentation, how to untangle spaghetti code. Like, what happens once you're done?
Yeah, so on some level it does. It needs to be refined more, but on some level it gives you a technical solution on what was wrong with your code or something that you need to fix. But we are trying to refine it as well for now. That's the next step, yeah. And also, I would like to add more on that this can be actually implemented to Slack and other applications as well, where you can actually run your whole chat application in that and get something like meeting notes that you get from Zoom call as well, right? So that kind of stuff you can also use that for.
I would like to kind of add to this. So our project was not meant to solve huge code problems. It's small recurring bugs which are very minor or trivial, but they keep on occurring again in the code base. So it's somewhere in the commit history, but you'll normally go and ask some people, or you'll deep dive into the code base. But this tool is going to just reduce that time, and then you can just chat with it. So that's what it does.
Cool. Does this work with private repos? And if not, is that on the roadmap?
Sorry, come again?
Does this work with private repos? GitHub or early public?
Right now we have.
Yeah.
And if not, is it on the roadmap?
Yeah, exactly.
Public repos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just technically, so what's the most interesting thing that you discovered when you tried to parse a very large repository? I don't know, what's the size of the repository, and what did you face when you tried to go beyond a shitload of branches, a large repository, this kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so the biggest problem that we faced was the Pinecone limitation. Because if the repository is very big, the metadata is also very big, right? So for that, we actually we can scale it, but for now, we were using the Pinecone limited version. So for that, we actually choose a repository which has all kinds of functionality, like the commits, the issues that it has, but it was a limited, small repository for now. But if we want to scale it, it's highly scalable because all we have used was together AI, Llama 3.2 and Pinecone, which are the cloud applications, and it's highly scalable. So if we want to scale it, it's really highly scalable, and it can also work on big repositories as well.
I can kind of add to this. So we're just using the GitHub API, and then we're getting the JSON data. So we're kind of limiting the number of commits, so it does not because sometimes you have a very large code base, you don't want to download all of the commits. So you kind of limit that, and then that's what kind of making the problem a bit more solvable. So yeah, that's what I want.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's get right away with our next team. So please, everybody, let's give a round of applause for Farmipol.
So I was going last indeed. So we're going to do this a bit differently. I'm sorry. We're going to make it interactive, and I have a couple questions I want to ask, and I would like answers. English speakers. There we go. More. Don't speak English? Got you. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. Spanish speakers. Hablas español. Nice. Tamil teriyama. Nice. Telugu cha? I forgot what it is in German. Just give me 1 second. Sprucen sie Deutsch. Never mind. So, imagine any language that you know. Imagine you forgot. Tomorrow you're wiped out. You prod to prod, forgot everything. So next, what is this? Can you pronounce this for me? Exactly. Rubbish, because you don't know English. So imagine the same thing, but for farmers back in India. So in India, farmers don't know the policies available to them. What can they apply to? So for example, if you're a rice farmer, what kind of policies are available to you? What kind of incentives does the government provide for you this year, last year, the year before? And I am a Cornell educated student, and even I was confused on why there are so many websites. Where do I even go to find the right scheme policy for me? So sometimes the reason being, sometimes it's in English, sometimes it's in a regional language, Tamil, Telugu, something else. And the way of applying is you print out a form and apply, like you write it down and apply, or you apply online. And most of the times it's been in English. So the worst thing is middlemen take huge cuts, and that is upfront. So 6%, so whatever grant you're applying to or policy, 6% upfront cost. And we're talking about farmers who don't exactly have a lot of upfront capital they're working with. So this is the problem. And these are some of the websites. There was one that looked like something out of a cyberpunk one. I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. But these are the ones. Sometimes it's in news articles. Sometimes it's in that manner. Sometimes it's deeply embedded into a website. So you have to crawl into the website like deep. And sometimes it's in this manner. So basically, it's complicated. So the solution, right? Most of the people in India use, I don't know if you heard this tool called WhatsApp or Telegram. So what I tried to integrate WhatsApp, but Meta was very a pain, but it was difficult. Difficult. There were a lot of issues. I didn't mean to call you out. Difficult. But Telegram was way more straight. I think it was intentional too, that Meta doesn't want random businesses to come on board and just apply. But Telegram had bots. Most of the times it's scam bots in Telegram, but this time it was legit. So Telegram made it easier and created a bot. So what this bot does, right? I'll get to the demo, but what this bot does, you ask in your regional language, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, whatever you want, and it's gonna employ agents to go all around the web. So I have employed the websites that I've showed you before. I used Firecrawl to go into each of these websites, and in Firecrawl, there's this thing called crawl. Which crawl does is, it goes nested into the website. It just doesn't go into the single page. It goes like, what's next? And it gets all that information in Markdown, and I fed that information using Together and embedded it using Llama index. Basically took that information, put that into the LLM so that it gives an output. And what is this output? These are outputs that, as a rice farmer, what is relevant to me in Madhya Pradesh. So it's like a state. So very specific to you and very, very relevant to you and based on the dates. So that's what Farmipol is. And I had a lot of, when I went into it, I didn't think much of it, but as I worked on it, my parents were farmers, and as I worked on it, I felt like there's a lot of problems in this space, and I really want to solve them. So my intention is to make this open source, and because I want to make this open source, I also want to be upfront in what are the challenges I faced. And the challenges are, like, as I showed, multiple kinds of websites. The policies are not as updated as in the websites. For example, I've seen 2021 policy in a government website, and there are more modern policies, but I haven't seen them there. The rest of the policies come in news articles, like I've shown in the other one, with a Korean ad for some reason. And it's an Indian newspaper. So, and some websites, very difficult to navigate, very cyberpunky. There was this like banner that was like, I forget what this is called, forgive my English. So basically it was very difficult. So those are the challenges, and crawling them is going to be a hassle, but I think we can do it. I think with all the sponsors that are here, I think this is a problem that can be solved, and this is a problem that I think is worth putting our efforts into. So what is the next thing, right? Integrating with WhatsApp, I would love Facebook's help with this. Sorry, Meta. And making it open source, yes. And I had limited time to go into these websites and get all the websites. There are, forgive my general knowledge, but 24 states, 28 states in India. I'm so wrong with this. I'm hyper caffeinated. So a lot of states, a lot of languages, a lot of diversity. With that comes a lot of diversity, but also comes a lot of challenges. So future directions is make it open source, integrate with more websites, integrate with WhatsApp, and take input from the farmers, yes. So right now it's just giving them the website and then saying, go apply to them. What I want to do is give them the website, ask them, what is your information? So my next step with this was, I want to fill the forms for them. So they give me their Aadhaar card. So Aadhaar card is like SSN, but for India. And they give me those details, and I fill out the form for them, and I give the form back, and they just have to submit it. That's all it requires. So that is the future direction. Thank you so much. Sorry for taking more time.
Demo.
Oh, demo, yes. So this is Telegram. This is the bot. What this basically says is, I'm a rice farmer in Madhya Pradesh, and I want specific to rice. So this goes into, yeah, there we go. So, sorry, give me 1 second. It's an M1, I'm sorry, I don't have an M4.
Yeah.
So, okay, it should come out in the output itself. I was trying to show the Llama index. Yeah, there we go. So, if you can read the output, it basically says, this is a specific scheme, but in Hindi, because I asked in Hindi, and the output is in Hindi, so that the farmer is able to understand and apply and use it, basically. But yeah, thank you for asking for the demo.
Can you tell a little bit about the backend?
Yes. Funny story, it's Restack, good that you asked. So most of the time it's using the workflows, and the function was written in Firecrawl. Workflow, and then there was a function that the function takes Firecrawl, and then the embeddings are done in Llama index and using together as well. The one intention was to pool together multiple LLMs, like multiple together things, so that I don't hallucinate. Sorry, it doesn't hallucinate. Sorry.
You can, it's fine.
Yeah, so that it doesn't hallucinate. Snowflake for, Snowflake for storing, because MindStream integrated easily with Snowflake. And I think that's it, yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sorry.
So congrats on coding it again in your head 30 seconds ago. So this is not a problem isolated to India.
Yes.
So European EU farmers
Mhm.
have the exact same issue, and also 30 different languages, and all the EU regulation makes the bananas go straight. Yeah, so I can tell you that straight away. So yeah, what are the next steps? Like, what are the key markets that you're gonna go after?
That's why I asked in German if you. So I just butchered. Yeah. Yeah. But the next key markets is basically I didn't think of applying to the Llama grant, but there was one person who there she is.
Sorry, did you not get her plug a minute ago?
Multiple people, inspired by many, but prominent. So she was talking about applying to Llama Grant, and she was talking about the same key markets as well. And I didn't think of it much because I was like, I need to finish this, I need to finish this, I need to finish this. And my whole intention was to finish the product more than anything else. So honest, I didn't think of it, but definitely there are multiple markets. That's why I also intend to open source it and make the world do its wonders.
I know we're really tight on time, but just very quickly, how do you handle the multilingualism of like some of the more rural dialects or the lower prevalence languages?
So the complete honest answer is I don't. I ask Llama to do it. But if push comes to shove, it would be like using multiple LLMs to pull together the same answer and verify like if all of them give the same answer, then and only then should this be given to the farmer because they're already confused. You don't want to give hallucinated answers to them. So yeah. Thank you for the questions.
Did you build this alone?
Yes, sir.
Fully alone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. I feel like if I was a farmer in India, I would definitely use your solution. But we have one last project, and we are running on a tight schedule. So please, actually, for those who don't know, this is a familiar face. It was the winner of our previous hackathon in September. So let's give it for the second 2 times finalist with Llama Navigator.
How many of you visited this website and asked for question? I have a similar question. When you remember, like when we had this COVID time and we used to get checks, and I had missed that check due to wrong address and tried to find phone number. I didn't get a phone number. And now they have this universal search. I just want to ask how to file free tax. There is an option, right? I'm searching. Still, it's so much information, but there is no correct information. So that's a problem across all the government websites. If you go to DMV or Indian website, anywhere. This program relies on any website handled by government. I don't know it's regarding the funds but it's across all the websites. They're not accessible and information is hidden somewhere and we need to get it. So when last, I think, intro session, I heard about this problem statement where we need to help public website to get the information in accessible way, in better way, so that we can have it. That's why, so I accepted challenge it and built something for solving this. Yep. Yeah, so we built this Llama Navigator AI with the help of all this tag, Llama 3.2, MindsDB together AI. This one is Llama Index, I think logo is missing, and Solo. So it's the same problem which I'm trying to explain. Public websites are like not accessible and so much information is hidden. It's not easy to access them. So I'm mostly like demo-driven presentation. Let's have a demo. So I'm on the same website. So I have this option which I developed. So you need to just type option L and you will see this prompt on top of your website, and I will ask how to file
tags for free. And as soon as I enter, this extension is running on top of IRS, and because it's a COM extension, it can run on top of any website. And you see, like, it given all the details, it navigated the section and highlighted the spot where to navigate. Along with that, you have the right part where you can see the information. So I'm saying about this one, which is highlighted. I need to go there for filing. And if you see here, there is a website link of IRS website where I can go and refer. And if I click on here and ask same question, what is the limit for free tax? And the magic happens. It has entire information. It given me the exact amount, like what is the limit. And if you see, like, it scrolled to the section which highlights like what is the actual information we need to refer. So I have entire information. The only thing is I need to navigate now and complete my process. So with this tool on top of on any government website, DMV, I did same thing with DMV, like how to renew it. It provided entire details. Same with, and you can run this communication on top of any website. It helps solving most of the problem. So if you see, like, it has phone number, everything. If I ask the same phone number, I can bet anyone who can go to IRS website and try to find IRS phone number. It's hidden somewhere. And yeah, so tools like this can solve majority of problem, and that's what these tools do. And I don't want to develop any chat bot on top of it, so it's accessible when you want with command of optional. So the main thing is it run voice mode also, and it is accessible. Hey, how to file tax for free? And it reads out, so it's accessible even for deaf or like the people who, blind people and hearing loss people who cannot access the website visually, they can listen to it. So, but I'm using a like third-party voice model for this, which convert Llama output and speak.
Okay.
I'm still thinking what happened. It's not speaking. Yeah, but it speaks. Oh, I muted it.
For taxpayers with an income of $79,000 or less. You can access this service through several tax software providers. Direct online filing. Visit the illpay.irs.gov file do your taxes for free to find a list of participating software providers. Follow the prompts to choose the option that best suits your tax situation. Guided preparation.
Yeah, that's a demo, and we can discuss tech stack.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's entire website data was called using MindDB and Pine. So I struggle with MindDB. There is some technical issue, so it didn't push entire vector database in MindDB. So I end up pushing that to Pinecone with the help of Llama index chunking, and the brain behind is Llama 3.2. And with the help of Together AI, I can host it. I have a hosted version and on-running version. So I forgot to show one more thing. So you can switch on device or on cloud. So on device is Solo and on premises is Llama. So it's freely available and anyone can use. It's an open source. If I get a grant, it will be open source. Because it's hard to manage Llama on premises.
Cool.
Yeah. Open for questions.
Yes, so to continue a little bit on the tech. So when I ask a question, you already crawled the entire website like upfront, right?
Yeah, so So for this demo purpose, I already crawled, but the main idea was whenever user land on a new website, first time, like you land on DMV first time, it crawl and stored in VectorDB. So if I land second time, so it's already there, so it won't crawl again.
For the
Second.
page, yes, but
Entire
you have to
website.
go through the entire
website.
sitemap?
Entire site.
How big is the website of DMV?
No, I'm saying entire DMV website.
Yes, so it's a lot of pages, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay. No
So if
problem.
you that's how hidden information will come out, right?
Yeah. So if you do it asynchronously, I mean it's fine, right? So upfront. But if I would go on a new website with
So-
your Chrome extension and ask a question, you
So
have to.
for the DMV one,
Yeah.
it's on context.
I see.
So the DMV one I didn't push to.
Cool.
So it's on context.
Nice.
So inner HTML, pass that to my
Yeah, I get it.
LLM and it provide the input.
Also, thank you because I just moved to here and I need to figure out all that stuff. So I need to use it.
It works on current context, but if you want deeper data, then it's crawl.
I see.
So that's why I said.
Does it essentially work on any English language government site at this point, or would it also?
Yeah, it works on any English language for now, but it's easily convertible to any language.
I think the nice thing about this is it doesn't matter what website is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And you kind of like put in a tool that makes it easy to
Yeah.
get any website to use this tool.
Yeah, so the main thing is like with government, you can't ask like, hey, I want to use this.
Yeah.
Building a tool which run on any website solves majority of the problem without any restriction.
Yeah.
It's only the user who need to use this tool.
Exactly. And I think I'm not pitching on his behalf, but but the thing is like if you want to go to each individual government agencies and ask them to go build this, give their data and all of it, it gets even more challenging. But here with this tool, it's like, hey, any website, we can make this work. It's like the perfect city on top of it.
Yeah. It's competitor to perplexity.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So just to be clear, in 2 days, you build comparable to Perplexity.
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah, just making sure that we build an open source project on Llama with that tech stack in 48 hours, and we're saying it's close to Perplexity at some point.
Because everything is on top of LLMs.
Yeah. Great.
Amazing.
So, okay, yeah, thank you very much. That was our last finalist of the night. Now we're gonna take a very, very short 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Then we're gonna announce all the special prizes and of course the top 3 winners. So we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We had amazing presentations, some very cool demos. So this is the moment of truth. So let's start with the special prizes. So first, I would like to welcome to the stage to Adam, who's co-founder of MindsDB. Adam.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so for third prize, we've got Llama Navigator AI. Oh, sorry, this is the MindsDB prize, by the way.
Oh,
sorry. Should have mentioned that. Okay, but you can still win the other prizes too. So, okay, number 2, it's a remote team, but LinguaLink. So congratulations, LinguaLink. And first prize for the MindsDB prize is Famipo, which I believe is here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam, and congratulations to the winners of the MindsDB prizes. Okay, so next one I will announce, and it's the winner of Together AI, which is also, I believe, please, if you're here, correct me, a team called Social Impact with a project called Clara. So they win 2,500 in open Together AI credits. Sorry, you're here?
Yeah.
Awesome. So congratulations. So also real quick, the winner of the, wait, I lost it. Llama Index will be announced online once we announce the online winners on the stream next week. Next, we please welcome to the stage Philippe Brulé, CTO of Restack.
Yeah, so I have a few things to say before I announce the winner. So thank you so much for using Restack this weekend. It was really cool. My co-founder and I decided that for everybody that is hacking with Restack, if you want to continue help this new open source framework, we will give $1,000 for anybody that is making PR on examples for our repo, and $10,000 for any open source project that is using Restack. So you look forward for your contribution. And for this weekend, we also wanted to give a chance to people that applied late, right? But actually built with Restack some really good stuff. So we have this $1,000 prize with Restack that we want to give to SynthDev. Congratulations. Thank you for using Restack. It was a great demo. I'm sad that the judges didn't get to see it, but each shipped really cool stuff. So thank you.
Thank you, Philip, and congratulations. Okay, next prize on the line is for Llama Stack. So yes. Thank you.
And it goes to Comp Llama.
Okay, just a reminder, we also have bonus prizes for the top 3 winner teams from Edge and from Featherless. So just so you know. Right now, I am going to announce the 3rd place, and then I'm going to give the microphone to 2 very special people to announce 2nd and 1st place. So please, everybody, let's give a round of applause for our 3rd place winner of our Llama Impact Hackathon San Francisco, who wins $2,000 in cash, Farmipol.
Yeah, go on stage. Go on stage. Yeah.
Go Llama.
I'm gonna go to Disneyland.
Okay, now yes, I'm gonna give the stage to Pavel Czech, co-founder of New Native, and Laura Sharon, head of policy strategy of data and innovation at Meta. Everybody.
Mike's a little high for me, but thank you so much. Before we go ahead and get started, one, I just wanted to say all of the work that has been done over the past weekend just, I think for me, is so inspiring because it really shows the power of open source and this incredible, innovative, powerful community. So I just wanted to thank all of you so much for giving us your time, putting together these incredible ideas. So thank you, like every person here, so grateful. So please also build on those, even if you didn't win today, by applying for a Llama Impact Grant program. So please do that. Last plug for that. And so, yeah.
So before we go into prizes, I want to really thank all the sponsors. Meta, MindsDB, Llama Index, Together AI, AutoGen, Snowflake, AI Alliance, and Restack. It's a big group of sponsors. But I especially want to thank all the people from the companies that actually supported the builders. So people that actually came here, spent 3 days with you, whether it was here or it was on Discord. These are, you have a chance to interact with some of the best researchers, best minds in Silicon Valley. So I think it's a unique opportunity. And it was also a unique opportunity for 1,300 people globally. So I encourage everybody to continue this trend, to build with open source and to collaborate really together on creating these solutions. And if we do it for the next months and years, I'm sure that we can all, I would say, provide equal opportunities across the world to access these technologies, decentralize this a little bit as well, and create the winning solutions, whether here or in India or in Indonesia or in Germany, and really go borderless. So I'm all for that, and thank you for joining us physically and online, everybody.
I guess without further ado, we should get to the last two so everyone can hopefully get a little bit of sleep after this. So for second prize and for $3,000, Comp Llama.
Congrats, guys. It was amazing.
Incredible.
So, one more time, Comp Llama. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, first place.
Really gonna surprise everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna really surprise everybody. So, for first place, come to the stage, please. Llama Navigator.
And not to spoil anything, but first place and $5,000.
Yes, absolutely. So, what I wanted to say is that the margins were extremely close.
So close.
Between all the finalist teams. It came down to 0.1% between the different places. So everybody from the finalists and everybody should apply to LabLab Next and for the Llama grant, because it's literally another day of work, another 2 days, another week, and everybody can get a product to market. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, great.
Do I have another?
No, there's one more. So there's one more prize, which it's going to be presented by Drew, CEO of Solotech, and it's the best use of Solotech. So please, everybody.
All right, everyone. I'm not going to take too much of your time. So Solo has been here this weekend, And in true solo fashion, we've been under the radar, trying to see people who are curious enough to try solo tech. So you can obviously go to getsolo.tech and try our edge use cases. But what I'm tremendously proud to announce is how the winner of the hackathon has also shown not just how to use cloud AI, but also use on-device AI locally in a compound way. So I'm happy to congratulate Llama Navigator as the winner of the Solo Tech Prize. Thank you so much.
So yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Please apply to Llama Impact Grant. Also check out Lab Next. And thank you, sponsors. Thank you, people. Everybody have a good night.